Here, by the way, so got to chat to someone, and this been on my mind for some time. So I thought, you know what? I've had the conversation with about 3, 4 people, and I wanted to share my understanding. And I'll be honest, I am a bit didn't really want to go into the subject, but I have a saying. And the saying is, if I'm saying the same things 2 or 3 times, then usually I need to shoot a video about it. And that's why I'm shooting the video about it. So guys, I just want to explain my prediction, my intake on recent events. I'm not, I'll try and keep it as balanced as possible. I was going to do this in front of a whiteboard, but I haven't got the whiteboard, and I got some time with this traffic and everything, and you know what, it's on my mind. I might not get time later when I'm back caring for my mum there with dementia. But anyway, let me carry on. So anyway, guys, I, as you know, do a crypto Bitcoin opportunity, and some people are new to this crypto opportunity, and they've asked me, I got a call yesterday actually from a guy from Dubai, and he says, I've seen this crypto and Bitcoin thing, and you're going to tell me your take. And he's an Indian guy living in Dubai, and he owns his own real estate business. So he wanted my take, and some of you know me, some of you don't, but generally what I've done in my, what I'm passionate about is finance, investing, and I've pretty much just zoned out to that, and that's my kind of stuff I'm into. So there's a guy called Robert Kiyosaki, and I've read about 11 of his books, and one of his books was the Rich Dad Prophecy, and this guy's well known for his predictions. And my take, and this is going to relate it back to Bitcoin and crypto and the world affairs at the moment, is you've got basically obviously the middle class is getting shrunk. You get super rich and then super poor, and you got all this mayhem going around, in different countries, terrorist acts, this, that, the other. Then we see, is it true, is it not true? Some people believe it is, some people believe it isn't. Anyway, the end of the day, it's all about money, right? So this is my thing on it. So you have two superpowers here, super economies. You have India and you have China. Again, I would have done this on a whiteboard. China and Russia. Now, as we know, they're their own economies, and they don't bow to US and UK very easily, or at all, because they are very, very fast people, and they got their own economies and their own systems and cultures and whatnot. Anyway, US can't go into Russia and China. Sorry, let me rewind a bit back. They have been stacking gold and silver, mainly gold, for, months, good maybe a couple of years, and they've got a head start on the West there. The head start they have, gold and silver is real money. It's not paper, fictitious money. It's not this kind of numbers, binary stuff. It's not this currency. It's real money. They say gold and silver is God's money. Kiyosaki talks about it. Yeah, back in the day, if you go back to, it used to be gold and silver exchanging. Yeah, so they've been stacking this, and they got a huge head start. Where when US and UK were pretty much sleeping, and I'm shooting this from the UK. It's a very developed country compared to other countries. Some might say, people here fat and happy, whatever, but they don't move. And I was coached by a Chinese guy, and this guy gave me like 4 hours sleep in 3-4 days. So I understand the mentality of, the Asian, Chinese, really traditional culture. These guys really move quick. Anyway, they got a head start with their stackings of gold and silver, and America can't, I mean, with Trump and his ways, they can't just go in and just say, listen, we're going to create a war with you guys, because these guys are huge, you know, kind of, well, they have their own armies and warheads, etc. It's not like what would happen if they go into, say, the Middle East. Trump can go into the, America can go in Afghanistan, Iraq, and, you know, whatever they want to call it, but, you know, for the oil, and take it that way and then make it into a money stream. So that's what they did. They got the Middle East going, and they got the oil supplies going. They put the infrastructures in, and then they've, you know, I'm sitting in traffic here. What have I got? I've got a 3-litre car next to me. I've got a 4-litre car. You know, this oil's oil, yeah. And here in the West, we live very good, yeah, with big everything, yeah, and needs to be kind of dealt with, yeah. So yeah, going back, I don't want to go too much into this, but nearly going into Palestine there, but we won't go in there. So back into the, you know, China and Russia. What you've now got is there's little wars that are going on. You know, America and UK won't ever go into those kind of countries because it's too big. That would cause it to be too big. So there'll be other stuff that goes on. Now what's happening is the infrastructure which they've laid in the Middle East to get the oil back, it's too slow, because usually the oil would flow back, you know, the streams of income, and it would flow back to the West, and then they would sell it on to, say, the big economies like Russia and China. Now Russia has links with Iran, and, you know, basically they've got links there, and China have to go and get their own oil from these places. Iran is a very self-sufficient country, yeah. So basically there's no trade really, much trade really. Russia and China, well, on the oil side, need to go to the US for. So that's why when you have Trump go and close big deals with the Saudis for 250 billion, then he goes to Israel and he closes another deal, then he goes and sells these typhoons, which he did recently, you know, a week ago. He sends them to Syria, you know, increases the war. That's him bringing back the money to the American people so they can manufacture it, keep selling it, and get jobs going. But because of the state of play, and, you know, inflation going up and up and up, you know, bananas don't cost what they used to be, bread, milk, etc. They can't make the money on the oil that they're getting in from the Middle East, because the two biggest businesses or countries in the world, China and Russia, don't need to go to the US. So they've created this thing called cryptocurrency. However they've done it, don't worry about it. It's there. It's staying. It's went 4 days ago, 3 days ago, from 2,600 to 2,920. It's still hovering there. It's predicted to go to, you know, 4,000, people saying end of the year. Forget 4,000, we're talking 10,000 here, USD. There's Bitcoin ATM machines popping up in UK. Before, 6 months ago, half the world, Asia, Australia, mainly Asia, was on this Bitcoin, even India. Now I have some people in Dubai doing this Bitcoin opportunity now, but Bitcoin in Dubai is a bit locked down, and it's because Dubai is the hub of the world. So you have India and you have Pakistan, and it's like a stone throw away, maybe an hour away, to get into Dubai. But if Dubai had its own Bitcoin stuff that they could operate so freely, like it's pretty much happening in the US and UK, you would find that India and Pakistan, especially India, because they got a huge economy, would rise really fast. And, you know, the West don't want that. The West do not want them to rise faster on Bitcoin because it's a currency faster than the way they're doing it. So it's in stage processes. Yeah, it's still massive to gain. Yeah, with the Bitcoin stuff. Get on it, guys. There'll be a link in this video in the comments. Click on it. Yeah, you can gain your share for as little as $55 USD. Don't think that you need to enter for 2,900. You can gain your share for $50. Anyway, going back to it. Yeah, so that's the bigger spectrum of what's going on. That's why people are making a lot of money on crypto. That's why I can pretty much go in, you know, on an ATM machine, take out some money. You know, this is how it's going. This is how you're going to afford your lifestyle. This is the choice that you guys are going to have to make. Is, do we sit here, or are we actually going to look after our lifestyle and, you know, our families and this, that, the other, and, you know, not die from stresses of life, our bosses, the BS, been there, done that, and, you know, whatever. But I needed to shed some light. I know I've probably missed some stuff, guys, but that's my take. That is my take. I followed a guy, Kiyosaki's advisor, for about 12 to 15 years, Mike Maloney, and even he says now, he was saying, yeah, go for gold and silver 10 years ago. Now he's actually saying go for crypto, because there's so much more to go. Even Trump, IBM, corporate companies, they've invested into blockchain, which is part of the Bitcoin growth and systemization and the whole spread of it to come about. So it's not going anywhere. It's the way the game's going to get played. And these terrorist acts or whatever, true or false, it is what it is. And that's all I can kind of say. Very sad what's happening, but that's the take. Don't ever think that, unfortunately, this world is unfortunately it's a big, huge business for the super rich elite. But yes, you do have to make a choice there. One thing I will say, and this is on the Islam side, just because I I understand this part of the Islam side, and this is coming from the UK media as well, and some of these Islamic leaders do have followings, and you know, just like the industry I am in, and even myself, I've got a huge following. Now, Islam clearly says the compound effect of making money is pretty much not there. You're not supposed to do it. Yeah, and here's a system which is getting devised to be able to be making money through compound and not real trade, which is, well, back in the day, gold and silver. Now, Islam doesn't stand by the whole economic system where the world, or the super elite, you know, these leaders need to and wish to take it. I mean, the property, you know, my mum's property there, million pounds. Did they buy it for that? No. Probably, I think they bought it for about 30,000 £30,000 inflation. So people's needs, wants, everything has just gone so high. The inflation's gone up, but they, you know, all I'm saying is, if you've got a huge following and these leaders, I'm not saying that these other, you know, there's some bad bunch of these Islamic people out there. I'm not saying that, because I know some of them can get on as well, but I am saying that, listen, there's a bigger agenda, and the agenda is pretty much that they need this whole crypto thing to move really, really fast, because, like I said, go back to the original, Russia and China are so much ahead because they've been stacking the real stuff for ages. So they need to push up the crypto really, really fast. That's why you get huge gains going on. Yeah. Anyway, guys, from your friendly Muslim capitalist signing out. Take care, guys.